Well, hello again. This is going to be an update on Bitcoin. And the other one I talked about a year ago was ETH or Ether. Now, at the time, Ether was in the 3,000 range and Bitcoin was in the 70,000 range. And I said about Bitcoin that it might go up in the year, not in the year, in the few months following, up to at least 100,000, but it could drop to almost nothing. All right, and I thought Ether was a little bit of a better bet because Ether actually made money, so it was like a business, while Bitcoin operated under the sort of the greater fool. The greater fool theory is if you're going to get your money out, there has to be a greater fool putting new money in, and then you can get your money out. Well, as it turned out, Bitcoin almost doubled. It went up to 128 from 70, and Ether went up too, but not. It didn't double. It only went from 3 to 4,000. Okay, so there is your update as of October 2005, almost a year after my first video. Now, has my opinion changed? No. 50 years from now, Bitcoin won't be around. Now, it may have been convertible to something of value, or it may be worthless, but my theory still holds. Okay, so has my opinion changed? No, I think the most sensible option for buying or gambling in Bitcoin, and by the way, I use the same technique at a casino, is when your original investment has doubled, sell off half. That way you still stay in the game, you've got your original investment out, and so you're playing with the casino's money. So if I bought some Bitcoin at 100,000 and it goes to 200,000, I sell half, and now I'm still in the game. And actually, that's what I've done. I bought at 30, and I sold at an average of above 60, and now I'm in there with casino money, and I'm in no hurry to sell. I may even buy and sell a little bit when I have a hunch that it'll go up. I don't sell short because if you sell short, well, your loss is unlimited. But if you buy something, you might you can't lose any more than your investment. All right. So that my theory of for the simple 9 to 5 working guy, I already made a video on how to buy and sell Bitcoin. But the long and short of it is you have a credit card with an outfit like Revolut, which is kind of like a bank, and you can put money in and take money out when you give your order to Binance to buy and sell or sell any crypto. So refer to that old video of mine, and you'll know how to buy and sell. And basically, if you have just little expenses, like you want to buy $100 lobster dinner, you can use the credit card that you get from Revolut. In fact, I do that all the time. So it gives you spending money. And if you're a prepper and you've moved to another country, boy, isn't it wonderful to have a credit card that you can spend and live well as long as your money holds out. And if you're lucky enough to have if you're lucky enough to have $100,000 in spare play money, and you put it, I'd say 3/4 in Bitcoin and 1/4 in Ether, you may be able to live forever. I have a chap who put a few hundred, well, I think he put about 100,000 in gold, and gold went up enough that he had $1 million worth of gold, and he lived on that for the rest of his life. He's still living on it. I think he's down to 100,000, but gold is going up. So I think he's going to have no trouble living on his original purchase. Oh, but that's another thing too. I like gold. My cameraman hates gold, but gold now is just under 4,000, and I predict that it'll go up in the next few years to 8,000. Well, I'm 87 years old now. When I'm 90, let's see if it went up to 8,000. That's gold. And you want my prediction on Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin went as high as 128,000 per Bitcoin. And that doesn't mean, by the way, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy a tiny little fraction. When you go to Binance, most people don't and can't afford to buy $100,000 or $130,000 Bitcoin. They buy a little tiny percentage of it. You can put in any amount, $100, a dollar. Well, forget a dollar. I mean, but $100 worth you can buy, and if it doubles, well, then you've made $100, and you could buy a nice lobster dinner. Okay. Well, I don't have a lot more to say. Those are my predictions. $8,000 for Ether, and oh, this year, this is 2025. 19, I'm such an old guy. I still living in a century ago. Okay, anyway, for the end of 2025, I would say, oh, I'll go wild. I'll say Bitcoin will be close to 200,000. Okay, let's see if that happens. And on the downside, well, I don't think it'll evaporate, but it could go to half that, could go to, well, below 100,000. Okay, so listen, ask your questions or leave your comments below. And as I said, I'll answer them. I'm a little disappointed that, very few people leave comments. Come on, join the party. Leave a comment, and I'll comment on your comment. So long. See you tomorrow. Okay, I hope you liked this video. It took a lot of work to put it together, so I want you to like it, subscribe, tell your friends about it, share, and comment. I love your comments, and I'll answer every single one of them. And beside that, I'll see you tomorrow because I'm going to have another exciting video for you. Boy, is it going to be good.